The biggest lesson I've learned while teaching kids is that everyone has different situations, because I've been to some of the top, best of the best schools where they're super great private schools. And I've also been to some lower class schools where they don't have as great access to things, to where they may talk different, they live different, they are in different environments. So I learned that everywhere isn't going to be the same. My mindset before I go on stage is knowing that this isn't about me, this isn't about me just going up stage and speaking to a ton of people. This is about the kids in the audience that I'm teaching, because there could, even out of the hundreds, be one specific kid that needed to hear what I have to say, that needed that message that could change their life forever. Because I would love for maybe 10, 20 years for a kid to come up to me and say, hey, you came up to my school, and because you did that, I was able to grow this huge multi-billion-dollar business. So the journey getting here was a little rough. We had to deal with some cancellations. Our flight got canceled because of a lot of the stuff that's going on in the office, and all the government shut down and everything. So they were canceling a lot of flights coming out of Atlanta. So they canceled our flight, and we had to book another one that was the day before we were expecting to leave. So where a lot of people would have given up through all the chaos and just said the event was canceled, we still knew that we had to fulfill what we put out and that we had to do proper business. So we made sure that we get the flight, come here, and still inspire the kids.
Welcome to Roanoke, where the local time is 11:53 p.m.
The thing that keeps me motivated to keep doing this is knowing the people that I'm inspiring and knowing the kids that I'm able to teach and reach and inspire, because I know how much this message can help them in the future. Some of the biggest things I learned from my mentors in life is one in specific, Mr. Dan Martell. He's a multi-millionaire, and he taught me that AI is truly revolutionary and you should be using AI pretty much every single day. And he said that he doesn't do business if people don't use AI at least on a daily basis, because he was doing a business meeting with one guy and he hadn't used it in over a week, and he pretty much told him, we can't do business if you're not using AI on a daily basis. Another thing, one of my other mentors, multi-billionaire Dan Cathy, taught me that the importance of money, because he bought a $1, I think it was a slushie, and he had like 15 cents left in it. It was just a little scoop, and he said, I'm finishing this because I still my 15 cents in there. So even the richest people are still cheap, because people just think when you hear someone's being cheap that it's a bad thing. But no, some of the richest people in the world are what people would consider being cheap, when they're really just being smart with their money. One of the things I learned from a mentor of mine, Phil Brooks, is that you want to set goals in life, big goals that seem super impossible to reach and that seem unobtainable, because those are the goals that'll set you to a bigger future, that'll have you reaching your goals, and that seem super unobtainable that you really can get if you do your best, if you put in the work, because the easy ones will just keep you stuck. So you want to make sure that you're setting those big goals. And another mentor of mine, Dr. Kimbrough, he taught me that you should be moving the baton to the next generation and the next generation, because you can't just make a ton of money or just do and waste things in your life and not help the future generations. And you should be creating generational wealth now, so that the next generations can be put in a good place and they could keep continuing the generational wealth.
And then maybe a 5,000. But that was a great partnership.
So 7,500 pretty much.
Yeah. So Cross River was a partner. Cummins, Carly, I think they're the biggest partner. Charles Schwab, which is great because they do financial literacy services anyway, financial services anyway.
People often ask me why I decided to be a speaker. Well, it was actually because of one of my biggest mentors and one of my biggest inspirations, someone I looked up to, in Eric E.T. Thomas.
What a 9 to 5 means is that I'm going to put forth effort during this time and this time. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. I'll say it again. When you are a true hunter, you don't hunt from 8 to 3. Why? Because the gazelle may not be open from 8 to 3. You hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another. And so somebody says, E.T., you number 5 on some list as the top motivational speaker in the world. You're number 10 in certain lists. How do you feel? I feel terrible.
He's one of the best speakers in the entire world, and he's inspired and touched so many people. And when I saw him spreading his message when I was 8 years old, I knew I wanted to do the same thing as well. So I started my speaking journey there, from doing it for free to getting paid $250 to $500 to now making a lot more money doing it. So it's great knowing that I've been able to come such a long way just by watching E.T. and what he's been able to teach me.
What's up, buddy? Ready?
Yeah.
So you got your keynote here in about a couple hours, waiting on your driver to get here. So what are some of the things that go through your mind?
Just knowing that I'm about to go on the stage and teach all the kids and present to them.
Awesome. So we had quite a little journey getting here, though, huh?
Yeah.
So we were supposed to fly in this morning, but our flight got delayed yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, it got canceled. So we ended up flying out late last night. Got here like midnight. So we are here now. You gonna rock out?
Yeah.
All right. You got some new things you're gonna do this time, huh? They gotta stay tuned to see that, though, right?
Definitely.
All right, my man. All right, let's get ready to go do it.
Okay. The event now, so make sure you guys stay tuned. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be able to inspire them, so let's go do this. But guys, we are inside now. This is the space we're gonna be in. I am ready to go.
A citizen.
I'm Caden. It's great to meet you.
You're impressive young man.
Thank you.
We like them too.
Yeah.
Thank you. So guys, this is the moment before I go on stage. We've been waiting for this moment. Took a flight all the way from Atlanta here, went through all those flight complications, and now we are here. This is the moment where it's all up to me to go out there and teach everyone. And And the thing that got me started at 7 years old was always going to business meetings and conferences with my dad, because at that point I didn't really know much about financial literacy. And me being a 7-year-old, I didn't understand a lick of it. So I wanted to learn more about it because I knew the importance of financial literacy, because that controls our future. And once I learned deeper about financial literacy and got a deeper knowledge about it, I knew that I wanted to teach my peers as well so that they would know a lot about financial literacy. So I've gone all across the world teaching kids about financial literacy. I've been able to speak to over 70,000 kids, and I have a goal of teaching 500,000. Media attention has definitely changed what I do a lot, because without the media attention, I don't know where I would be. I've gotten media attention from my local news, from Good Morning America, where they've been able to really put me on the map and help me push forward where I'm going. So I have been able to get more products purchased through them. I've gotten more speaking events through them. So having media appearances does help a lot, because it helps my message get to a wider place instead of just speaking at individual places or just going to different events. That truly helps get my message out. I actually enjoy criticism because I actually find it funny seeing the comments that people leave saying that you will never do this or you'll never do that. One person said that I'm 30 and I can barely buy my car note. I know that this kid doesn't own a bus, when at that point it's something that you can do as a kid. You can own your own bus, and it's something that I'm proving you can do. It doesn't matter how old you are, it's about how bold you are. Because so many people often try to set age limits on things and say that you can't do this because you're a certain age. Of course there's certain things that make sense, like driving, drinking, those of course have their age limits. But things like going to different conferences or going to different meetings or doing all these different things or going to cohorts, I don't believe should have many age limits, because anyone can learn as long as they're bold enough to learn and as long as they're bold enough to set change. So it doesn't matter how old you are, you can shift things and you can really change the world.
Caden, thank you very much for your time.
No problem. And remember, if Caden can, you can too. Today was amazing being able to teach everyone, and I'm always grateful for moments and experiences like this where I'm able to travel and help people out. This is why I do what I do, to inspire, to uplift, to be a vessel for change. Every life I touch, every message I deliver is a part of something bigger than me. This isn't just my journey, it's ours. This is Road to the Mic.